Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and unexpected twists and turns. It's a journey filled with moments of joy, but also times of suffering and adversity. In the face of these inevitable ups and downs, how can we find lasting happiness, inner peace, and resilience? The ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers timeless wisdom and practical principles that can guide us on this path of self-improvement and transformation. Stoicism is not just a philosophical school of thought. It's a way of life. It provides a roadmap to navigate the complexities of the human experience, offering insights into how to respond to life's challenges with wisdom and equanimity. In this video, we will delve deep into the heart of Stoicism, exploring 10 powerful principles that have the potential to transform your life. Before we dive into the 10 Stoic principles, let's take a moment to understand the philosophy itself. The Stoics believe that we have control over our own minds and actions, but many external events are beyond our control. Therefore, they emphasize the importance of focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, attitudes, and behaviors, and accepting with grace what we cannot control. One of the fundamental Stoic principles is the dichotomy of control. This concept divides the world into two categories: things we can control and things we cannot. Understanding this division is crucial for achieving inner peace and resilience. Principle 1. Focus on what you can control. The Stoic sage directs their attention and efforts toward the things they can control, mainly their own thoughts, emotions, judgments, and actions. This principle encourages us to let go of futile attempts to control external circumstances, such as other people's opinions or the weather. Imagine you're stuck in traffic on the way to an important meeting. You can't control the traffic, but you can control your response. You can choose to remain calm and accept the situation, perhaps even use the extra time to listen to an educational podcast or practice mindfulness. Principle 2. Accept what you cannot control. Acceptance is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. When faced with situations beyond our control, the Stoic response is to embrace them with equanimity. This doesn't mean resignation or indifference, but rather a recognition that resistance is futile. Consider the example of a sudden illness. You can't control the fact that you got sick, but you can control how you respond. Instead of railing against the illness, a Stoic would accept it as part of the natural order of things and focus on what steps they can take to recover and maintain their well-being. The pursuit of virtue. According to the Stoics, the ultimate goal in life is to achieve virtue, which they believe to be the highest form of goodness. Virtue encompasses qualities such as wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. Living a virtuous life leads to eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing or fulfillment. Principle 3. Cultivate virtue as the highest good. The Stoic sage strives to cultivate virtues in their life, viewing them as the most valuable possessions one can attain. While external goods like wealth and fame are fleeting and subject to circumstances, virtue is an inner quality that remains unshaken by external events. Incorporating this principle into your life means continually working on developing your character. You can start by identifying areas where you'd like to improve and setting specific goals to cultivate virtues like wisdom, courage, and kindness. The power of rationality. Stoicism places great emphasis on the power of reason as the guiding force in our lives. Rationality is the tool we use to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not, and it helps us make wise decisions. Principle 4. Live in accordance with reason. A central Stoic teaching is to live in accordance with reason. This means making decisions based on careful thought and rational judgment, rather than being swayed by impulsive emotions or external pressures. Imagine you're faced with a difficult decision at work. Instead of succumbing to fear, anger, or peer pressure, a Stoic would take a step back, analyze the situation objectively, and make a choice that aligns with their values and long-term goals. Principle 5. Develop emotional resilience. Stoicism doesn't advocate suppressing emotions, but rather transforming them through reason. It teaches us to acknowledge our feelings, examine their underlying causes, and choose our responses wisely. Consider a setback in your personal life, such as a breakup. Instead of drowning in sorrow or anger, a Stoic would reflect on the situation, accept the emotions as natural reactions, and seek a rational perspective. This process of emotional resilience allows us to bounce back from adversity with greater strength. The impermanence of life. Life is fleeting, and everything we hold dear is subject to change and impermanence. Stoicism invites us to confront this reality head-on and find serenity in the face of life's transitory nature. Principle 6. Embrace impermanence. The Stoics believed in the concept of amor fati, which translates to love of fate. This principle encourages us to not only accept the impermanence of life, but to embrace it. Instead of clinging to the past or fearing the future, we should fully engage with the present moment. Think of a beautiful sunset. It's a fleeting, transient moment of beauty. The Stoic perspective is to savor that moment fully, recognizing its transitory nature. By embracing impermanence, we learn to appreciate the beauty in the ordinary and find joy in the present. The Stoic virtue of courage. Courage is one of the cardinal virtues in Stoicism. It's not just physical bravery, but also the courage to face life's challenges with resilience, integrity, and moral strength. Principle 7. Cultivate inner courage. The Stoic sage possesses inner courage, which enables them to confront adversity without succumbing to fear or despair. This courage is rooted in the belief that the only true harm comes from moral wrongdoing. Imagine you're faced with a moral dilemma at work, where taking the right path might jeopardize your career. A Stoic would choose the path of integrity and courage, trusting that acting in accordance with virtue is more important than short-term gains. Principle 8. Accept the inevitability of death. Death is an integral part of the human experience, and Stoicism encourages us to confront it with acceptance and equanimity. By acknowledging the impermanence of life, we can live more fully in the present. Consider the Stoic philosopher Seneca, who wrote extensively about death. He believed that by contemplating death regularly, we can free ourselves from the fear of the unknown and make the most of our time on earth. Instead of dreading death, we can view it as a natural and inevitable part of the human journey. The Stoic concept of justice. Justice is another cardinal virtue in Stoicism. It involves treating others with fairness, equity, and respect, as well as upholding moral principles in our interactions with the world. Principle 9. Practice justice in your actions. Stoicism teaches us to act justly in all our dealings with others, recognizing that our choices have consequences not just for ourselves, but for the wider community. This principle calls us to be fair, honest, and compassionate in our interactions. Imagine you're in a position of authority at work, responsible for making decisions that affect your team. A Stoic leader would make choices that prioritize fairness, transparency, and the well-being of all team members, even if it means facing difficult conversations or taking a principled stand. Principle 10. Foster a sense of community. Stoicism encourages us to recognize our interconnectedness with all of humanity. By fostering a sense of community and empathy, we can better understand the struggles and triumphs of others. Consider the Stoic practice of oikeiosis, which is often translated as appropriation or familiarization. It involves expanding our circle of concern beyond ourselves and our immediate loved ones to include all of humanity. This broader perspective helps us relate to others on a deeper level and promotes a sense of unity and compassion. The Stoic way of life. Stoicism is not a passive philosophy, but an active way of life. It requires ongoing practice and self-reflection to integrate its principles into our daily routines and decision-making. Principle 11. Cultivate mindfulness and self-reflection. A key Stoic practice is mindfulness, which involves being fully present in the moment and observing our thoughts, emotions, and reactions without judgment. This self-awareness is essential for aligning our actions with Stoic principles. Imagine you're in a heated argument with a colleague. Instead of reacting impulsively, a Stoic would pause, take a deep breath, and reflect on their own emotions and motivations. This mindfulness allows us to respond with greater wisdom and self-control. Principle 12. Continual self-improvement. Stoicism encourages us to view life as a journey of continual self-improvement. We are never finished products but works in progress, always striving to become better versions of ourselves. Consider the Stoic concept of prokopton, or progressor. A prokopton is someone committed to making progress in virtue and wisdom. By adopting this mindset, we actively seek opportunities for growth, learning, and self-betterment. The Stoic view of adversity. Life is filled with challenges, setbacks, and obstacles. Stoicism equips us with the tools to face adversity with resilience and grace. Principle 13. Transform obstacles into opportunities. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle encourages us to view adversity as an opportunity for growth and character development. Imagine you've lost your job unexpectedly. Instead of seeing it as a catastrophe, a Stoic would approach it as a chance to explore new career paths, develop resilience, and build inner strength. By reframing adversity in this way, we can turn obstacles into stepping stones. The Stoic ideal of tranquility. At the heart of Stoicism lies the pursuit of tranquility, a state of inner peace and serenity that transcends external circumstances. Principle 14. Seek tranquility within. Stoicism teaches us that true happiness and peace can only be found within ourselves, not in the external world. By cultivating inner tranquility, we become impervious to the tumultuous events of life. Imagine you're caught in a storm. While you can't control the weather, you can find solace in the calm center of your being. This inner tranquility allows you to weather life's storms with grace and resilience. Stoicism offers a profound and practical philosophy for transforming your life. By embracing these 10 Stoic principles, you can cultivate wisdom, resilience, and inner peace in the face of life's challenges. Whether you're seeking personal growth, a deeper sense of purpose, or simply a more contented existence, Stoicism provides a timeless guide for navigating the complexities of the human journey. Stoicism in modern life. As we delve deeper into the world of Stoicism, it's essential to recognize its applicability in our modern lives. The wisdom of the ancient Stoics is not confined to dusty scrolls or historical anecdotes. It's a dynamic philosophy that can help us navigate the complexities of the 21st century. Embrace minimalism. In a world where materialism often reigns supreme, Stoicism encourages us to embrace minimalism. This principle invites us to simplify our lives by focusing on what truly matters: our relationships, our values, and our inner growth. Imagine decluttering your physical space, eliminating unnecessary possessions, and freeing yourself from the constant pursuit of material wealth. By doing so, you create room for a more meaningful and purposeful life, unburdened by the pursuit of external goods. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is a potent antidote to the discontent and dissatisfaction that can plague our modern lives. Stoicism reminds us to appreciate the present moment and the blessings we often take for granted. Consider the practice of negative visualization in Stoicism. This involves contemplating the impermanence of the things we hold dear. By imagining life without the people, possessions, or experiences we cherish, we gain a deeper appreciation for their presence in our lives. Our interactions with others play a significant role in our overall well-being. Stoicism offers valuable insights into how we can cultivate healthy, harmonious, and meaningful relationships. Be empathetic and compassionate. Stoicism encourages us to cultivate empathy and compassion for others. By recognizing the shared human experience of joy, suffering, and imperfection, we can relate to others with greater understanding and kindness. Imagine encountering a colleague who is struggling with a personal issue. Instead of judgment or indifference, a Stoic response would involve offering support, a listening ear, and compassion. This approach not only benefits the other person but also enriches our own lives. Practice the Stoic art of detachment. Stoicism teaches us the art of detachment, which doesn't mean cutting off emotional connections, but rather loosening our attachment to external outcomes and the opinions of others. Imagine launching a creative project or pursuing a personal goal. Instead of fixating on the outcome and seeking external validation, a Stoic would focus on the process and their own growth. This detachment from external rewards or judgments allows us to find fulfillment in the journey itself. Stoicism in the workplace. The principles of Stoicism can be particularly valuable in the professional sphere. Whether you're an employee, a manager, or an entrepreneur, Stoicism can guide you in making ethical decisions, managing stress, and fostering a positive work environment. Exercise leadership with virtue. If you're in a leadership role, Stoicism provides a framework for ethical leadership. By embodying virtues like honesty, fairness, and integrity, you can inspire and lead your team with excellence. Imagine you're a manager faced with a challenging decision that affects your employees. A Stoic leader would prioritize the well-being of the team and make choices based on virtue, even if they face opposition or short-term difficulties. Manage stress and burnout. In today's fast-paced world, stress and burnout are prevalent concerns. Stoicism equips us with tools to manage these challenges effectively. Consider a high-pressure work situation. Instead of succumbing to anxiety and overwhelm, a Stoic would focus on what they can control, their own response. They might practice mindfulness, set realistic expectations, and remind themselves that their well-being is not solely tied to external success. Stoic resilience in adversity. Adversity is an inevitable part of life, but Stoicism provides us with a philosophy of resilience. By embracing Stoic principles, we can navigate even the most challenging circumstances with strength and grace. Find meaning in suffering. Stoicism encourages us to find meaning in suffering. While pain and adversity are inevitable, our response to them is within our control. Imagine facing a personal tragedy or loss. A Stoic would not deny their grief but would seek to find meaning in the experience. They might view it as an opportunity for personal growth, resilience, or a deeper appreciation of life's fleeting beauty. Practice self-compassion. Stoicism teaches us to treat ourselves with the same compassion and understanding that we extend to others. Self-compassion is not a sign of weakness, but a source of inner strength. Consider a mistake or failure at work. Instead of berating yourself, a Stoic response involves self-compassion. Recognize that you're human and fallible, and use the experience as a learning opportunity for personal and professional growth. Stoicism and mental health. In an era where mental health is increasingly recognized as a vital aspect of well-being, Stoicism offers valuable insights into cultivating emotional resilience and psychological well-being. Develop emotional regulation. Emotional regulation is a cornerstone of Stoicism. It teaches us to acknowledge our emotions without being overwhelmed by them. This skill is essential for maintaining mental health. Imagine experiencing anxiety or anger. Instead of letting these emotions control you, a Stoic response would involve examining their causes, challenging irrational beliefs, and choosing a more balanced and rational perspective. Seek virtuous friends and mentors. Surrounding yourself with virtuous friends and mentors is a key Stoic practice. These relationships provide support, guidance, and inspiration on your journey toward personal growth and wisdom. Consider seeking out individuals who embody Stoic virtues, such as wisdom, courage, and justice. Engaging in meaningful conversations with them can deepen your understanding of Stoicism and provide a network of support in your pursuit of a virtuous life. Stoicism as a foundation for ethical living. Stoicism is not just a set of philosophical principles to be studied and admired from afar. It is a call to action. By embracing Stoicism as a foundation for ethical living, we can align our beliefs with our actions, becoming better individuals and contributing positively to our communities and the world at large. Practice ethical decision-making. In the complex ethical landscape of the modern world, Stoicism provides a clear moral compass. It encourages us to make decisions that are not only rational but also aligned with virtue. Imagine you're faced with an ethical dilemma at work, where a decision must be made that could impact your organization's reputation. A Stoic would evaluate the situation through the lens of justice, honesty, and courage, choosing a course of action that reflects these virtues, even if it means facing difficult consequences. Be mindful of your duties and responsibilities. Stoicism underscores the importance of fulfilling our duties and responsibilities to the best of our ability. Whether in our roles as parents, employees, citizens, or friends, we have obligations to uphold. Consider your role as a parent. Stoicism encourages you to approach it with wisdom, love, and a sense of duty. By doing so, you not only nurture the growth of your children, but also contribute positively to the broader society by raising responsible and ethical individuals. Stoicism and social justice. Stoicism has often been criticized for its apparent focus on personal virtue at the expense of social and political activism. However, a closer examination reveals that Stoicism can be a powerful force for social justice when properly understood. Advocate for justice and equity. Stoicism is not apathetic to social injustices, but calls for an active pursuit of justice and equity. The Stoic sage recognizes their duty to challenge systems and practices that perpetuate inequality. Imagine witnessing discrimination or injustice in your community. A Stoic would not stand idly by, but would take action to advocate for justice, whether through peaceful protest, advocacy, or supporting organizations that work toward positive change. In the realm of social justice, leading by example is a potent Stoic principle. By embodying the virtues of fairness, compassion, and courage in our own lives, we inspire others to follow suit. Consider the story of Mahatma Gandhi, who practiced nonviolent resistance inspired by Stoic principles. His leadership was rooted in personal virtue, and his actions sparked a movement for justice and freedom that transformed a nation. Stoicism and environmental responsibility. The Stoic view of nature and our place within it can be a powerful catalyst for environmental responsibility in the modern era. Live in harmony with nature. Stoicism reminds us that we are part of the natural world, and our actions have consequences for the environment. Living in harmony with nature means being mindful of our ecological footprint and taking steps to minimize harm. Imagine making daily choices that reduce your environmental impact, such as using public transportation, conserving energy, or supporting eco-friendly products and practices. By doing so, you align your life with the Stoic principle of living in accordance with nature. Be a steward of the earth. Stoicism encourages us to be stewards of the earth, recognizing our responsibility to care for the environment for future generations. Consider the efforts of environmental activists who draw inspiration from Stoic principles. They work tirelessly to protect endangered species, preserve natural habitats, and combat climate change. These individuals view their actions as a moral duty grounded in Stoic virtues such as justice and wisdom. As we reflect on the teachings of Stoicism and their relevance in the modern world, it's important to acknowledge the enduring legacy of this philosophy. Stoicism has left an indelible mark on literature, ethics, psychology, and even modern-day cognitive behavioral therapy. Explore the Stoic-inspired works of today. Numerous contemporary authors and thinkers have drawn inspiration from Stoicism and adapted its principles to address the challenges of our time. Exploring their works can provide valuable insights and practical guidance. Consider reading books by authors such as Ryan Holiday, Massimo Pigliucci, and Donald Robertson, who have applied Stoic philosophy to various aspects of modern life, from leadership and resilience to mental health and personal development. Keep the Stoic flame alive. The Stoic legacy endures because individuals and communities have kept the Stoic flame alive through ongoing study, discussion, and practice. By engaging with Stoic philosophy, you contribute to this legacy and ensure its continued relevance. Imagine participating in a Stoic study group where you and like-minded individuals discuss the practical application of Stoic principles in your lives. These discussions can provide mutual support and encouragement on your journey toward personal growth and virtue. The Stoic legacy in art and culture. Stoicism's enduring influence is not confined to philosophy alone. Its principles have seeped into art, literature, and culture, shaping the way we express and reflect upon the human experience. Explore Stoicism in art and literature. Throughout history, artists and writers have drawn inspiration from Stoicism to create profound works that explore the human condition. Exploring these artistic expressions can deepen your understanding of Stoic principles. Consider reading classic literary works that embody Stoic themes, such as Albert Camus' The Myth of Sisyphus, or Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. These works grapple with questions of meaning, suffering, and resilience, themes central to Stoic philosophy. Embrace Stoic themes in film and media. Stoic themes often find their way into film and media, providing thought-provoking narratives that resonate with modern audiences. Imagine watching a film that explores the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity, drawing parallels with Stoic principles of courage and acceptance. Such narratives remind us of the enduring relevance of Stoicism in our cultural landscape. Stoicism and personal growth. At its core, Stoicism is a philosophy of personal growth and self-improvement. Its principles serve as a roadmap for becoming the best version of ourselves. Set virtuous goals. Stoicism encourages us to set virtuous goals aligned with our values and principles. These goals serve as beacons guiding our actions and decisions. Imagine setting a goal to become a more compassionate and patient person. By actively working toward this goal, you not only benefit yourself, but also positively influence the lives of those around you. Embrace feedback and criticism. Stoicism teaches us to embrace feedback and criticism as opportunities for growth. Instead of reacting defensively, we should view constructive feedback as a valuable source of self-improvement. Consider receiving feedback at work that highlights areas for improvement. A Stoic response involves approaching it with gratitude, recognizing that it provides a chance to grow and become better at what you do. In the realm of education, Stoicism offers valuable insights into fostering critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and ethical decision-making. Teach Stoic principles to future generations. Introducing Stoic principles into education can equip future generations with the tools they need to navigate the complexities of life. By incorporating Stoicism into curricula, we can nurture young minds to become resilient, empathetic, and morally grounded individuals. Imagine a school program that includes lessons on Stoic virtues, emotional regulation, and ethical decision-making. Graduates of such programs would be well prepared to face life's challenges with wisdom and grace. Cultivate a growth mindset. Stoicism encourages a growth mindset, the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. Consider teaching students the Stoic principle that effort and practice are within their control and lead to improvement. This mindset fosters resilience and a willingness to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Stoicism in the digital age. In the age of smartphones and social media, Stoicism offers a refuge from the constant noise and distractions of the digital world. Practice digital minimalism. Digital minimalism is a Stoic-inspired approach to technology use. It involves being intentional about how we engage with digital devices and platforms, ensuring that they enhance our lives rather than detract from them. Imagine setting boundaries on your screen time, curating your social media feeds to reduce negativity, and using technology as a tool for learning and self-improvement. By doing so, you reclaim your time and attention, aligning with Stoic principles of mindfulness and self-control. Cultivate digital empathy. In the digital age, empathy can sometimes be overshadowed by online anonymity and polarization. Stoicism reminds us to cultivate digital empathy, treating others with kindness and understanding, even in virtual interactions. Consider the practice of online virtue, where you intentionally respond to online comments and messages with empathy and respect. By embodying Stoic virtues in your digital interactions, you can contribute to a more positive and compassionate online community. In our fast-paced, interconnected world, the wisdom of Stoicism endures as a beacon of guidance, resilience, and ethical living. It is a philosophy that transcends time, culture, and circumstance, offering valuable insights into how we can lead meaningful, virtuous lives. Stoicism and global citizenship. Stoicism extends beyond the individual and the immediate community. It offers valuable guidance for becoming responsible global citizens. In an era of interconnectedness and global challenges, Stoic principles can help us navigate complex international issues with wisdom and virtue. Foster global compassion. Stoicism encourages us to extend our circle of compassion beyond national borders. By recognizing the shared humanity of all people, regardless of their nationality or background, we can cultivate a sense of global empathy. Imagine supporting humanitarian causes that address global challenges such as poverty, hunger, or access to education. By doing so, you contribute to a more compassionate and interconnected world, aligned with Stoic principles of justice and benevolence. Advocate for global justice. Stoicism calls us to be advocates for global justice. It invites us to raise our voices against injustice and inequality on a global scale. Consider becoming involved in international human rights organizations, promoting fair trade practices, or supporting initiatives that seek to address global challenges like climate change. By advocating for global justice, you embody Stoic virtues and work toward a more equitable world. Stoicism and interfaith dialogue. In an increasingly diverse and pluralistic world, Stoicism can serve as a bridge for interfaith dialogue and mutual understanding. Seek common ground. Stoicism encourages us to seek common ground with individuals of diverse religious and cultural backgrounds. By focusing on shared values and virtues, we can foster unity and cooperation. Imagine engaging in dialogue with individuals from different faith traditions, discussing how Stoic principles align with universal values such as love, compassion, and justice. Such conversations can promote mutual respect and deeper understanding among people of diverse beliefs. Promote tolerance and respect. Stoicism teaches us to promote tolerance and respect for different faiths and worldviews. It reminds us that diversity of thought and belief is a natural part of the human experience. Consider participating in interfaith initiatives that celebrate diversity, promote dialogue, and work toward religious tolerance and cooperation. By doing so, you embody Stoic principles of benevolence and open-mindedness. Stoicism and ethical leadership on a global scale. The principles of Stoicism can be particularly relevant for individuals in positions of global leadership, such as political leaders, diplomats, and international organizations. Lead with wisdom and virtue. For those in positions of global leadership, Stoicism provides a framework for ethical decision-making. It encourages leaders to prioritize wisdom, justice, and courage in their actions on the world stage. Imagine a world leader who approaches international conflicts with a commitment to diplomatic solutions and the well-being of all nations. Such leaders embody Stoic virtues and contribute to a more peaceful and just world. Promote international cooperation. Stoicism calls for international cooperation and collaboration to address global challenges. It reminds leaders that our shared humanity transcends borders and that working together is essential for a prosperous and harmonious world. Consider supporting international treaties and agreements that aim to address issues like climate change, global health, and peacekeeping. By advocating for international cooperation, you align with Stoic principles of justice and benevolence on a global scale. In a world marked by both unprecedented challenges and boundless opportunities, Stoicism offers a timeless and universal philosophy for ethical living, personal growth, and global citizenship. As you continue your journey of embracing Stoicism in the context of global citizenship, remember that the principles of this philosophy can guide you in making a positive impact on the world stage. By embodying Stoic virtues and advocating for justice, compassion, and cooperation on a global scale, you contribute to a better world, one that aligns with the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Embrace Stoicism, cultivate virtuous thoughts and actions, and may your efforts ripple outward, creating a more just, compassionate, and interconnected world for all.